Okay, so at this point, after your round number 11, your piece is going to look like this. Now we are going to be working those 3 double crochets again, but this time we're not going to work over our chain 5, alright, from the previous round. We're just going to work directly into our chain 1 space between our 3 double crochets together. Right, and we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to work 3 double crochets together, and this time we are going to chain 2. Then we're going to work, whoopsie, almost worked. Okay, so we're doing a chain 2 space between 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to do exactly what we did before. We're going to do a single crochet back post around our 2 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over. We're working only into the chain 1 space, 2, 3, okay, chain 1 to close, chain 1, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 to close, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's move our little tails out the way. I'm going to just work single crochet back post, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to continue like that. So I'll just pull this out, show you. So it's going to look like that. So your little piece now has bunny ears. Okay, so it's going to look like that. That's going to be the back. So this is kind of the line going up at the back where you work those single crochet back posts. Right, so it's going to look like that. So as I say, this time we are not working those chain spaces from our previous round. Right, so you're just going to carry on all the way around like that. So you should have 6 times 2 times 3 double crochets together with a chain 2 in between. Alright, and I think I might have done a chain 1 there, so I'll go back and do that. So I've got, of course I'm used to doing a chain 1 now, but you want to do a chain 2. Right, so don't forget your chain 2. 1, 2, 3, right, and then you're going to do your chain 5. So it's going to look like that. There we go. You're just going to go all the way around. This is round number 12, and I shall see you at the end of round number 12. Okay, so we are on round number 12, and we are now going on to round number 13. So round number 13, I've actually decided to change up the color a bit, just to see what it'll look like when it's not one whole color. So I'm going for obsidian, which is kind of almost like a purpley brown. Okay, so it's just called obsidian, and the color is 829. So that goes into my little basket. So when I'm writing the pattern, at least I've got all the color names and numbers. So you know, I don't know all the I think I'm not too bad with the color crafter now in terms of knowing which colors are which, but I'm still struggling with the other colors because they often don't have the name of the color. They will have it either a number or something like a town, or so for me that's difficult to remember. Okay, so we're going to start again. We're going to basically do exactly what we did before. So we're just going to work chain 3 like so, and we're going to work 6 double crochets again into the top. Well, I'm not going to say the top, just work them into the stitches. So so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to yarn over, and we're going to work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to skip right over. So skipping our 2 times 3 double crochets together, and we're just going to continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we're going to chain 6 and continue. So it's going to look a little bit like that, but these are going to pull to the front like that. Okay, so you're just going to carry on, and I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round number 13. Alright, so 6 double crochets, chain 6, 6 double crochets, chain 6, 6 double crochets, chain 6, and you just carry on like that. Okay, so at this point you're going to have your chain 6s kind of in front like that. You can also chain, depending on whether you're using cotton or so, I would say add another 2 chains to your chain 6, but I'm sticking to the chain 6. And so that is basically our round number 13 done and dusted. Now, so I haven't worked in my tails the last 2 rounds. I'm just going to leave it like that. So now what we're going to be doing is we are going to work. So I'm going to go back to my baby blue. Again, I will have the color information on the pattern page. So at the moment I'm just saying baby blue, but it's a lovely blue. Okay, absolutely love the stone washed. Okay, so now we are going to be working into our chain space, so our chain space between our 2 times 3 double crochets and also our chain 6 space. Alright, so we're going to chain 3 and then we're going to work 5 double crochets. So basically that's the equivalent to 6. So we're going to work 6 double crochets. So we're going to start with a chain 3, 1, and then we're just going to work another 5 double crochets, 2, 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also do a chain 5, and we're going to single crochet into our first chain 6 space. Then we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, or was that a chain 5? I can't remember. And we're going to single crochet, then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, and again we're just going to work over both of those chain spaces. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet into our first chain space. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet into our second chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over and working over both chain spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just going to carry on like that. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Okay, so you can see kind of I've used really the minimum of chain stitches kind of between, because I wanted to keep it kind of nice and taut. But as I said, if you want to work an extra 2 chains over here, you can, to just kind of widen that. But I'm quite happy with it because I like the way that when you use just slightly less stitches, then things start kind of popping out, you know, and I like that texture, or, you know, the movement, the relief. It's the only word I can think of. Okay, so you're just going to go round and round like that until you have 6 times 6 double crochet fans. 12. So you've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So you've got 18 times chain 3 spaces, and you've got 12 times single crochets, and yes, you just carry on like that. And then when you come around the side here, you're just going to slip stitch into your very first chain 3 and fasten off. And I shall see you at round number 15. Okay, so we have done our round number 14, and again, because this section over here we have kept at 6 double crochets each time, it's really important that you just, for example, my piece is lying nice and flat, okay, but you need to judge for yourself. If you find that your piece is like a hat, you know, it's kind of buckling like that, it's making a little dome shape and not lying straight even when you pull it out, then you need to go back and add extra chains in your last round. Okay, just 2 extra chains, and that should sort it out. Okay, because that's kind of compensating for your not your lack of adding double crochets over here. Okay, so that's pretty much how I wanted to do it. I didn't want to add, I wanted to rather just compensate with the chains. So now we are going to do something a bit different. I'm going to be continuing with this color, obsidian. So we are now onto round number 15. I was going to say 14, but it's round number 15 already. And we're going to begin in the first chain 4 space after a fan. So here we have, this is our fan, so our 6 double crochet fan. So we're going to work into this chain 4 over there, like that. We're going to chain 3, and we're going to work 2 more double crochets, like so. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to work as we did before, we're going to be working a double crochet into the next 6 double crochets. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we're working our first 3 double crochets into our previous round, which is round number 14, and we're working our 6 double crochets into our round number 13, and then here we are back again at our 4 chains just before we get to our next fan, like that. Okay, and then we are, oopsie, I hear someone at the door, sorry. No one at the door. It was my dog wagging her tail against the door. And if you hear snoring, that's her as well. So, you know, she's my little shadow, her and Augusta. Her name is Roxy. And wherever I am, they, including the bathroom, they have to be as well. So most of the morning she's been sleeping underneath the table, and she's been snoring her head off. So I don't know if you heard that in the videos. Okay, so we've got our 3 double crochets. Now we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to just work single crochet into our chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4 from round 11. Then we're going to chain 4 and we're going to work double crochet 3 times into our next chain 4 space from round number 14, so our previous round. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to work 1 double crochet into our next 6 double crochets from round number 13, like so. My husband let me know on Skype that our neighborhood watch, because we get email notifications basically all day from our neighborhood watch to let us know what's happening in our area, and he said please make sure that the back door is locked because they are reporting a lot of incidents of crime. And sadly, the criminals around here have got so wily and so clever that they break into places when it's raining. They won't break into the house, but they'll break into the garages and steal tools and things like that, and they'll break into cars and so on, because the rain means that a lot of people keep their dogs inside, so there's no dogs to bark. Anyway, life, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So kind of as I'm crocheting, I'm also listening to, you know, the sounds around me, if there's any unusual sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're doing a single crochet into that chain space from round 11. I think it was round 11. Okay, and then we're working again into our chain 4 from round number 14, and our 6 double crochets. We're doing 6 double crochets from round 13. So you're just going to carry on like that. So it's going to have that sort of little look about it, almost like a little wing. Okay, so you're just going to carry on like that, and I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round number 15. Okay, so that is round number 15 done and dusted. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to be working between our fans. So what I did with the last one is I worked different colors. So I did the pink, I did the yellow, and I did that sort of very I've got slightly orangey tinge white. Okay, so that's, and you can see when we lay this one, so we are kind of there. So I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this color. So we're just going to be working yarn over times 3 puffs between our double crochet fan. So we're going to start with the chain 1, then we're just going to do 1, 2, it often happens. 1, 2, 3. Sort of comes out smoother than I expect. Normally I have to battle a little bit and it pops right out. Okay, so we're not going to do anything, we're just going to do yarn over times 3, chain 1 to close, and then we're going to do another one. So we should have 5 of these little puffs at the end, like that. And as I say, you can do them in different colors because we're working them independently. So independent of the round. 2, 3, that means we start and we fasten off. 1, 2, 3. So I just heard on the radio that it snowed a little bit. Dusting of snow on Table Mountain. Woohoo! I told you earlier, remember, I was still saying, oh my gosh, it suddenly just got cold, like really cold, where it gets that kind of bite in the air. And indeed, snow. Well, in Cape Town we live behind Table Mountain, so our the mountain is right here. I can actually see the back of the mountain from the window of my I was going to say my shop, of my workroom. I can see the back of Table Mountain. So we are right behind Table Mountain, and it was snowing on the mountain. 2, 3. So we're working yarn over times 3. I think I did 2 there. Because why? Because I'm talking too much, that's why. Okay, so I always start with the standing single crochet. 1, 2, 3. So I'm changing, you know, I'm doing the little, I'm alternating. I'm doing this pink. Again, it's a lovely pale pink, real baby pink. And we did that over here, so I'm just kind of picking up on that color. What am I doing? There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Snip off, and I always do that second slip stitch just to make sure everything's nice and secure. So that's what you're going to be doing. So you're just going to work your yarn over times 3 puffs between your 6 double crochets of your fan, like that. Okay, and well, I need to go off and think about if I'm going to just alternate these 2 colors or if I might do the yellow as well. I think I'm going to do the yellow. May as well just go all out. Okay, so I'm going to see you at the end of this round, which is round number 16. Okay, so at this point your piece should be lying nice and flat, like that. And now for our round number 17, I'm going to be using obsidian again, but of course you can use whichever color you like. And we're going to be working into all of our double crochets. So I'm going to just start with the first one of those 3 that we worked into the chain 4. Alright? And we're going to work a double crochet into all of our stitches, so we should have 12 double crochets. Okay, so we did a chain 3, which is equal to 1 double crochet, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then we are going to work a single crochet between our puffs. So we're just going to do a single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, yarn over, and we're going to work. I find a little tail sticking out there. And we're going to work, so this is where I started, so I'm just going to work into the top of that stitch. I'm going to work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, and then again we're going to single crochet between our puffs. So we'll have 4 single crochets worked into those spaces. Okay, I kind of want them to have those little bits going up like that. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So you're going to have 12 double crochets, and you're going to have 4 single crochets. Okay, so your sides are going to be 12 double crochets, and your corners, because these will become your corners, you'll have 4 single crochets. Okay, so I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round number 17. Okay, so we are on to round number 17, and everything's looking pretty much in order. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing to begin round number 17, I'm carrying on with the obsidian, and we're going to be working a double crochet into all of our double crochets. Okay, so I'm going to start with those 3 double crochets that we did into the chain 4 space from our round number 15. Round number 15? Was it round number 15? Okay, so we should have 12 double crochets will be our double crochet stitch count for the sides, because we're going to do 3, then we're going to work 1 double crochet into our next 6 double crochets from round number 14. I think my stitches, my rounds are not correct. This is 16, 17, so yeah, 15. So we are going to be working into our stitches from round number 15. I just needed to check that. Right, so we're working into so we should have 12, 11, 12. There we go. And now we're just going to work a single crochet between our 5 puffs. No chain ones or anything like that. We're just working one single crochet. Okay, and then we're going to be working one double crochet into our next 3 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet into our next 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 double crochet into our next 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're back to working 1 single crochet between our puffs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then we're back to working 1 double crochet into our next 12 double crochets. So it's going to look like that. Okay, so these are going to be where your corners are. I'll show you. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So we're on track with our different colorway. I was going, oh, I'm just going to use pastels, but actually those are not really pastels, all these. But you know, you need to, I suppose I could have carried on with that color, kind of a cream. Anyway, you know, you can really have loads of fun with this colorway. You can do all sorts of things, okay? Playing with your light and dark and your contrasts and so on and so forth. Okay, so now I'm just going to leave you there. You're going to continue working 1 double crochet into 12 double crochets, so 6 sides, and you're going to be working 1 single crochet between your puffs, so you'll have 4 single crochets, and I will see you at the end of this round and the beginning of round number 18. Okay, so we are going to skip our first 2 crochets. So where we have our 4 crochets, we're going to skip our first 2. So you can start at any spot. And we're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So we're going to start with a chain 3. Then we're going to work a double crochet. So we're creating a corner. We're going to do a chain 1. And we're going to do 2 double crochets. So we've got essentially 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, like that. Okay, then we are going to work 1 half double crochet into all of our stitches, our next stitches. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so you're working 1 half double crochet into the next 15 stitches, and that will take us back to our 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then we're going to half double crochet into our next 15 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we're back to making our next corner. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. I'll stop in a minute so you can have a squeezy. Alright, there we go. So it's going to look like that. Right? Okay, so you're just going to carry on like that. So you should have 6 times 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochet, corners, and then you are going to have your 6 sides of 15. So 15 plus 15 is 30, 15 plus 15 is another 30, and 15 plus 15 is another 30 stitches. So you should have 90 half double crochets. So you're doing double crochets, half double crochets, chain 1, you should have 6 chain 1s. Okay, so I'm going to see you at the end of this round, which is round number 18, and we are going to go on to round number 19. Okay, so we are on to round number 19. So we've only got 3 more rounds to go, and our hexagon should be lying fairly flat, nice and flat. Well, not fairly flat, it should be flat. So now we're going to start in our chain 1 corner space, so you can choose any one, and we're going to work a chain 3, a chain 1, and a double crochet. So that's going to be our new corner, 2 double crochets with a chain 1 in between. Okay, so we're starting with a chain 3, and then we are going to work a half double crochet front post over all of our stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going with this color. So I thought it would be quite a nice way to end this with a light color. So we should have 19 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right, so our sides will be 19 half double crochet front posts. Our corners will be 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. We're just going to, so these little half double crochets are little stitches. A lot of people hate them, but I love them. Okay, so we're just doing half double crochet front posts, stitches times 19, and we are doing our 6 corners 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. So you're just going to carry on like that. Alright, working your way all around like so. Okay, and I will see you at the end of this round, which is round number 90. Okay, so we are completed, or completing, or have completed our round number 19, and so everything should be coming together nicely. Okay, like that. Right, so you should have your hexagon. Of course, when it's going to look a little bit like it's not quite lined up. That's also, once you block it, it's all kind of falls into place. Okay, so now for our round number 20, we are going to begin in our chain 2 corner space again, and we're going to work a chain 2. So chain 2 is equal to 1 half double crochet. Then we're going to work 3 half double crochets. So basically it's 4 half double crochets into our, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we are going to skip the next double crochet. All right, and then we're going to work a half, so we're going to skip that double crochet, and then we're going to work a half double crochet back post around all of our double crochet, half double crochet front post. So we're working a half double working half double crochet back posts around our half double crochet front posts, and we skipped that double crochet, that corner double crochet from our previous round. Okay, so basically you're just going to carry on like this, and you should have 19 stitches, basically the same as your half double crochet front posts. So you should have 19 half double crochet back posts like that. So you're going to work all the way to your next corner, and you'll skip that corner. Let's see, always count your stitches, you know, even when I know that there are 19 stitches there, I still count just in case. So we are working 19. We are going to skip that double crochet, and we're going to work, let's do that again. These half double crochets aren't really teeny stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to skip our double crochet and then immediately work half double crochet back posts around our next 19 stitches as we did before. Okay, so I don't really need to show you all of that because that's pretty simple. Right, so it's going to look like that. Right, not so sure how clear you can see, but it's creating a really nice textured border. Right, so you're going to go all the way around, and when you get to your beginning chain 2, you're just going to slip stitch into your beginning chain 2 and fasten off. And then we will be onto our very last round. Okay, and we're on our final round. So you can see kind of how this is working out. So we have that nice border going on there. Okay, so now I'm going to just carry on with the same color, and what we're going to do is we are going to begin between our 2 times 2. So we have 4 half double crochets worked into our chain space, and now we're just going to squeeze in there, and we are going to work 2 yarn over times 3 puffs. So I'm going to start with a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, right, and then we're just going to chain 1 to close, 1, 2, 3. So we're working in that, we're just squeezing in. Now in fact the pattern is 3 puffs, but when we come around this side up, to the end there, we will be working our final puff and then slip stitching into the top of the puffs. So when you closed your previous round, we just closed off with a slip stitch into the top of our chain 2, which is equal to 1 half double crochet. Now, enough of the idle chit chat. We're going to skip our next 2 corner half double crochets, and we're going to work again. We're going to be working half double crochet back posts around 19 stitches. So that is kind of remaining consistent. Okay, so you're just going to work 19 half double crochet back posts, like so. Right, so we're going to go all the way to our next corner. When we get to our next corner, we're just going to skip our first 2 half double crochets, and then we're going to work 3 puffs into the space, into the next space. Okay, so it's really just a joining space. It isn't a chain 1 there or anything like that. So just make sure that you're working 19 each side, otherwise you are not going to have, you're going to have uneven sides. Alright, so you should still have 19 half double crochet back posts. Right, then we're going to skip our first 2 half double crochets, that one and that one. Going to yarn over, and we're just going to push in there very rudely. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through, so it's a yarn over times 3 puff, chain 1 to close, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip our next 2 half double crochets. Hope you can see, 1, 2, and we're going to yarn over, and we are going to work half double crochet back posts as we did before around our next 19 half double crochet back posts. So these little stitches are finicky, I know, but it does make such a nice border. Well, I think so anyway. Alright, so you're just going to carry on like that. Okay, so that's basically how it's going to look. Right, so you're just going to carry on like that, and I shall see you at the end of this round, which is the final round for the first part of this project, which is Fynbos Protea. Fynbos is kind of the collective name, and we are doing the Protea. So okay, so just going to carry on like that, and I shall see you back here in a moment. Okay, so I've worked my last yarn over times 3 puff, okay, next to the 2 that we started off with, and you're just going to slip stitch into the top of the puff like that, your next puff. Fasten off, and voila, you have your hexagon. I was trying to think, what is it called? Oh right, a hexagon. Okay, so I'm going to go in and go ahead and work in all of my tails. And now I can tell you that I have spent one day making all the videos. So 21 videos in one day. It's pretty good going. And tomorrow, well, I mean, by the time you've got this, all of this has been done. But tomorrow I'm going to write out the pattern. And then, and of course, it's not a surprise anymore, but as I'm doing this, it's a big surprise. Nobody knows that I'm doing this. And I haven't even told my admins on the group. Of course, now they know, because now it's not a surprise. But as I am recording this, it's a big surprise. I haven't breathed a word to anybody. And I thought it would be so fun just to do this and then go, surprise! Funny enough, I don't like surprises, but I do love giving other people surprises. Okay, so now I've got quite a lot of tails at the back. Well, not really a lot, just the last 2 rounds, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to go and work in on my tails, and now you should have a rather lush hexie. Okay, and of course you don't have to do the cushion cover. You can stop right here and you can go make yourself a whole lot of other ones, and you can join them together and you'll have a super duper lush blanket. And why I like this is because when you join them, you can join them into that last row of, you can join them in the last row of those half double crochet back posts, and then you'll get that ridge, you know, so the 2 ridges from this one and the next one will be together, so you'll have those nice sort of puffy ridges going on, and then you'll have, you know, again you'll have kind of a continuation of the little, like a pattern within a pattern. Okay, I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much. Go now, Jen. Turn the video off. Go make yourself a cup of tea. Okay, so this is the end of part number 1 of our Fynbos Protea, and our next part we will continue with the hexagon. So the hexagon is now finished. It's a separate thing, so if you want to just keep it like that, you don't need to carry on. But to carry on to our cushion size, we are going to be continuing with this colorway. Okay, I mean, in fact, I'd like to continue with this colorway, but I don't have enough of the colors. I'm just going to have to use what I have, and I do have quite a lot of this color, for example, and some of the more kind of pastel-y colors. So, okie doke. So, see you at part 2.